Welcome to the NewsRamp Business and Corporate Podcast. I'm your host, Max Newsman, eager to share today's top business stories with you. NewsRamp.com selects the latest news from leading sources, ensuring you get the most pertinent information. A quick reminder, this podcast is created with the help of AI and AI voices, but the stories we cover are entirely real. You can find the full news articles on NewsRamp.com. It's Thursday evening, October 2nd, 2025, and we've curated an intriguing lineup of business and corporate news for you today. So whether you're in transit, at the gym, or at home, join us as we begin. Starting off with our first headline. Marcos Acuña, CEO of Scan & Co., featured on the cover of Hispanic Target Magazine as a top entrepreneur during Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Target Magazine has recognized Marcos Acuña, CEO of Scan & Co., as one of its top Hispanic entrepreneurs during Hispanic Heritage Month. Acuña, known for his innovative vision, recently arrived in Miami with his family to expand Cuck's automated customer service model in the U.S. With a focus on fast, employee-free service, Scan & Co. is already operating successfully in Miami-Dade and Broward, offering customers a seamless experience. Acuña's mission is clear: to provide fast, reliable solutions for today's consumers. The recognition from Hispanic Target Magazine highlights the impact of Latino entrepreneurship in the U.S. market, as Acuña aims to inspire others to dream big and take bold steps in business. Scan & Co., with over 50 locations worldwide, is now expanding in the United States, with Miami as its strategic hub. HKTDC's new executive director, Sophia Chong, takes up post. The Hong Kong Trade Development Council, HKDC, has announced that Sophia Chong has taken on the role of executive director as of October 1st. Ms. Chong emphasizes the importance of Hong Kong's role as a super connector and super value adder in the ever-changing global economy. Jenny Koo has also assumed the position of deputy executive director, focusing on international exhibitions and digital business. Ms. Koo's experience in promoting Hong Kong's external trade and leading digital initiatives will help businesses navigate challenges and seize opportunities. The HKTDC continues to enhance its services to support businesses in boosting competitiveness and exploring new markets, solidifying Hong Kong's position as an international business hub. Jochen Lischer, reappointed as member of the executive board and CFO of PWO AG for another 5 years. Jochen Lischer has been reappointed as a member of the executive board and CFO of PWO AG for another 5 years, starting from July 1, 2026, until June 30, 2031. The supervisory board's decision highlights their confidence in his professional competence and leadership skills. Since joining PWO AG in 2021, Jochen Lischer has played a significant role in the company's success by introducing new financial instruments that have facilitated growth and innovation. Under his leadership, PWO Group has been able to meet global market standards and drive development in various areas. The supervisory board wishes Jochen Lischer continued success in his role. Investor News breaks WhiteFiber Inc., NASDAQ DYFI. Underwriters fully exercise over-allotment option in IPO. WhiteFiber Inc., NASDAQ YFI, announced that underwriters fully exercised their option to purchase an additional 1,406,200 shares at $17 per share, generating approximately $23.9 million in additional gross proceeds. The total number of shares sold in the IPO increased to 10,781,250, raising aggregate gross proceeds to about $183.3 million. B. Riley Securities and Needham & Company acted as joint book-running managers for the offering. WhiteFiber is a provider of AI infrastructure solutions, owning high-performance computing data centers and providing cloud services to customers. For more information, visit w.whitefiber.com. PowerBank, Xuen, reports FY 2025 results, highlights transition to independent power producer model. PowerBank Corporation, trading as Xuen on NASDAQ, reported fiscal year 2025 results with revenue at $41.5 million, a 29% decrease from the previous year. Despite a net loss of $31.1 million, CEO Dr. Richard Liu highlighted progress in transitioning to an independent power producer model. The company saw a significant increase in IPP revenues, reaching $9.3 million, and focused on scaling retained IPP assets, advancing U.S. solar development, and expanding Canadian battery storage and community solar initiatives. PowerBank Corporation is a renewable energy project developer with a diverse portfolio of projects in North America. For more information, visit powerbankcorp.com. Update: Healthcare Triangle announces warrant inducement for aggregate gross proceeds of approximately $1.63 million. Healthcare Triangle Inc. has announced a warrant inducement for gross proceeds of approximately $1.63 million. The company has entered into warrant exercise agreements with investors to exercise outstanding warrants for 812,775 shares of common stock. In exchange, investors will receive new unregistered warrants to purchase the same amount of shares at an exercise price of $3 per share. The exercise price of existing warrants has been reduced from $20.92 to $2 per share. The offering is expected to close on October 2, 2025, with gross proceeds of $1.63 million. Wallach Beth Capital is the sole placement agent for this transaction. Healthcare Triangle, based in Pleasanton, California, specializes in digital transformation solutions for healthcare and life sciences, with a focus on data protection and information security.
Investor news breaks: IBN NetworkNewsWire extended by IgnitionX for precision editorial reach. IBN NetworkNewsWire, in partnership with IgnitionX, extends its editorial reach to targeted investor segments on Google, Meta, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Reddit, ensuring placement within high-value audiences. This collaboration enhances editorial coverage with data-driven ad targeting, increasing visibility and engagement across digital platforms. IBN, with over 19 years of experience, offers access to InvestorWire's Wire network, article syndication, press release enhancement, social media distribution, and tailored corporate communication solutions. IgnitionX leverages big data for fair market valuation through programmatic advertising and advanced analytics. NetworkNewsWire, part of the dynamic brand portfolio at IBN, provides specialized financial news distribution for private and public companies, reaching diverse industries and demographics through wire solutions, article syndication, press release enhancement, and social media distribution. For more information, visit the respective websites.
Lahontan Gold Corp, OTCXXF, pursues growth with Santa Fe and satellites, offers upside in gold exploration and development. Lahontan Gold Corp is focusing on unlocking value within projects with historic production, existing infrastructure, and jurisdictional support. The company's flagship project, Santa Fe, is undergoing resource expansion, metallurgical optimization, and permitting work. Investors interested in gold in 2025 will find that companies like Lahontan offer a leveraged way to benefit from the metal's upside. With a focus on oxide gold and silver systems, Lahontan is actively advancing its projects in Nevada's Walker Lane, including the Santa Fe mine. By drawing from past production and current potential, Lahontan aims to become a developer with significant scale. To stay updated on LGCXF news, visit the company's newsroom at ibn.xf.
Pride Holdings Group, formerly Parliament House Enterprises, Inc., announces strategic acquisition of Lips Chicago, projecting strong financial growth for 2026. Pride Holdings Group, formerly known as Parliament House Enterprises, Inc., has announced a strategic acquisition that is expected to drive strong financial growth in 2026. The company, a leader in LGBTQ+ hospitality and entertainment, has acquired Lips Chicago and will rebrand it under the successful Divas DDD concept. By converting Lips Chicago into Divas DDD, the company aims to see a 25% year-over-year revenue increase. CEO Mike Barrett stated that this move will not only expand the company's reach and revenue base, but also solidify its leadership in LGBTQ+ hospitality. Pride Holdings Group is focused on scaling with purpose, profit, and pride. Biomed news breaks: Quantum BioPharma Ltd advances IND application for Lucid MS with final toxicity reports. Quantum BioPharma Ltd is making strides with its potential multiple sclerosis treatment, Lucid MS. The company has received final reports from toxicity studies paving the way for an upcoming IND application to the FDA for a Phase 2 clinical trial. Lucid MS aims to target demyelination in MS patients, offering a promising first-in-class treatment option. Quantum BioPharma is dedicated to developing innovative solutions for neurodegenerative disorders, with a focus on advancing Lucid MS as a breakthrough drug. For more information, visit the company's newsroom at the provided link. Healthcare Triangle announces warrant inducement for aggregate gross proceeds of approximately $1.63 million. Healthcare Triangle Inc. announced a warrant inducement for gross proceeds of approximately $1.63 million. The company entered into warrant exercise agreements with existing investors to exercise outstanding warrants for 812,775 shares of common stock. In return, the investors will receive new unregistered warrants to purchase an equal number of shares with an exercise price of $3 per share. The exercise price of the existing warrants has been reduced from $20.92 to $2 per share. The gross proceeds are expected to be approximately $1.63 million, with the offering closing on October 2nd, 2025. Wallach Beth Capital is the sole placement agent for this transaction. Tiny Gems Breaks, PowerBank Corporation SUN, FSC 103, reports FY 2025 results, highlights transition to independent power producer model. PowerBank Corporation SUN reported fiscal 2025 revenue of $41.5 million, a 29% decrease year over year, with a 25% gross margin and a 1,508% increase in IPP revenues to $9.3 million. Despite a net loss of $31.1 million, their CEO, Dr. Richard Liu, highlighted progress in scaling retained IPP assets, advancing U.S. solar development, and expanding Canadian battery storage and community solar initiatives. PowerBank Corporation focuses on distributed and community solar projects in North America, with a potential development pipeline of over 1 gigawatt. To learn more, visit powerbankcorp.com. Tech Media Breaks, Datavault AI Inc., NASDAQ DVLT, signs MOU with Korea Aerospace University to advance digital credentialing and aerospace innovation. Datavault AI Inc., listed on NASDAQ as DVLT, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Korea Aerospace University to implement its Verify-U platform for Korea's first digital credentialing system. This will allow real-time pilot identity verification and simulation aptitude assessments. The agreement also includes joint research on quantum supercomputing and digital twins for aerospace design, as well as academic collaborations to enhance data-driven aviation innovation. This partnership builds on Datavault AI's initiatives and partnerships, positioning the company to provide scalable credentialing solutions in response to the increasing global aviation demand. As U.S. EV incentives expire, the industry waits to see demand trends. Lower-priced electric vehicles may determine whether America's EV market can sustain growth without government subsidies, as manufacturers prepare to launch affordable models into a marketplace suddenly stripped of the federal incentives that have supported sales for nearly 2 decades. Nissan is bringing a redesigned Leaf to market, starting around $30,000. While GM and Ford have budget-friendly EVs in development that could prove whether consumers will embrace electric mobility based purely on vehicle merits rather than tax breaks. The coming months will reveal whether recent sales growth represented genuine market transformation or simply expensive government-subsidized experimentation that collapsed without continued financial intervention. Companies like Bollinger Innovations, Inc., NASDAQ BINI, now have to.
Investor news breaks. Foremost Clean Energy Ltd. FMST SEF receives 3-year exploration permit for Hatchet Lake Uranium Project. Foremost Clean Energy Ltd., listed on NASDAQ under the ticker symbol FMST and on the CSE under FAT, has received a 3-year exploration permit for its Hatchet Lake Uranium Project. The permit allows for up to 50 drill holes through December 2028. A 3,000-meter Phase 2 drill program is planned for winter 2025-2026 to follow up on the Tuning Fork discovery. CEO Jason Barnard emphasized uranium's critical role in meeting global clean energy demand. Foremost Clean Energy is a rapidly growing North American uranium and lithium exploration company with projects in the Athabasca Basin region of northern Saskatchewan. For more information, visit the company's newsroom at .ff.
Investor news breaks. Newton Golf Company Inc., NASDAQ, NWTG. Athletes shine at 2025 World Long Drive Championship. Newton Golf Company Inc., NWTG, recently announced impressive performances from athletes using its shafts at the 2025 World Long Drive Championship. Tanner Pipes secured the men's amateur title with a 396-yard drive. Justin James, the 2017 champion, made it to the men's Open Final Four, and Janine Minnick reached the women's Final Eight in the company's debut season as an official partner of the WLD. Newton Golf Company, known for its Newton motion and fast motion shafts, aims to redefine performance through physics-based engineering and U.S.-based innovation, delivering stability, control, and consistency. For more information, visit the company's newsroom. Tiny Gems breaks. Bollinger Innovations Inc., NASDAQ, signs agreement to supply Mullen EVs for FedEx ISP fleets. Bollinger Innovations Inc., BINI, has inked a deal with Aerial Fleet Holdings to supply 30 Mullen 3 EV trucks and 4 Mullen 1 EV cargo vans for FedEx independent service providers in North Carolina, Virginia, and the Mid-Atlantic region. This agreement highlights the increasing use of Bollinger's commercial EV lineup, including the Mullen 1, Mullen 3, and Bollinger B4 chassis cab, all meeting U.S. federal safety, EPA, and CARB standards. Bollinger Innovations, a California-based EV manufacturer, is making strides in the electric vehicle market with its innovative offerings. For more details, visit the company's newsroom at ibn.spini. BioUtah's 2025 Utah Life Sciences Summit, presented by Mayor Brown, announces early bird discounts and headline speakers. BioUtah's 2025 Utah Life Sciences Summit, presented by Mayor Brown, is now offering early bird registration discounts until October 17th. The summit, taking place on November 12th at the Hilton Salt Lake City Center, will bring together over 500 industry leaders, experts, and professionals to discuss key industry dynamics, market trends, and innovation strategies. Keynote speakers include Melissa Holyoke from the Federal Trade Commission, Michelle Tarver from the FDA, Peter Marks, a hematologist, oncologist, and Carter Dredge from the Intermountain Health Institute. The event will also feature networking opportunities, subject-specific tracks, and awards for industry contributions. Register now for a day of discovery, collaboration, and inspiration at the Utah Life Sciences Summit. Thank you for joining us today. That's it for this episode of the NewsRamp Business and Corporate Podcast. As a reminder, NewsRamp curates news from leading newswires like Newsworthy.ai, 24/7pressrelease.com, NewsDirect.com, and BlockchainWire.io. We encourage you to visit NewsRamp.com to read all of today's news.